Hey y'all, welcome back. Y'all like my new glasses? My new glasses that look sophisticated and festive. I love the aesthetic of wearing glasses. I actually have some blue screen glasses that I wear every once in a while if I've been on the computer editing for a while. I like the look. I do. Sometimes I wear them outside. People are like, "Oh, I like your glasses." Oh, thank you. I just be lying to people. Anyway, thank you guys for returning for another video. This one has been a little delayed. We're like halfway through December, but I am finally here to share with you all my December TBR list. As we know, December is a time of festive vibes, fuzzy socks, rest and relaxation, time to spend with loved ones, and the perfect excuse to curl up with a good book or five under a warm blanket. I've lined up some reads that I hope will give me all of the vibes that I'm looking for this season. So grab a warm drink and let's chat about what I'm reading for the month of December. For this month, I tried to pick books that had a connection to either winter and or the holidays, and I was mostly successful. I can't go a whole month though with contemporary reads and kissing under the mistletoe. So I had to sprinkle in some books that had a touch of magic and mystery. I'll first start off with a book that has a little bit for everybody, I think. It's an anthology that has 15 stories and 4 poems. Each story, of course, is different. So there's some that are romance, and there are some that are adventure, some that are family related. Now, I don't expect to read all of them, but there might be a few that I can sit around with my family and read in front of the fireplace. I'm joking about the fireplace, by the way. I don't have one of those. All right. So next on my list is The Girl Who Kept Winter, and it is a young adult book. Now, I mentioned earlier in the year that I wanted to read more books that were set in non-Western settings, and I kind of accomplished that goal. I read Faybound that had it's fantasy, but it was set in like Africa. I feel like it was set in Africa, but of course it didn't say that because it was fantasy. But y'all know what I mean. So I found this book, The Girl Who Kept Winter, and it fits the bill. It's non-Western and it's fantasy. So here's the synopsis. Lu Dong Tu is the oldest daughter of a small dojo. Her life has been normal, growing up in a small town, working at her family's dojo until the day she is forced into a marriage with the spoiled son of a local official to save her family. Her life is turned on its head as 5 days before the wedding, she finds herself abducted by three strangers from a notorious group of martial art experts, the Monstrous 18. In their company, she encounters the intriguing Obsidian, King of Poison, a man whose entire body is laced with a lethal toxin. Obsidian is cold, distant, and a dangerous man with a mysterious past. No one has ever touched him and lived to tell the tale until an innocent kiss from Dong Tu seals their destiny. Of course, she's the it girl. The story follows Dong Tu as she becomes tangled in a romance with the dangerous yet handsome man catching a glimpse into his life in the whispered world. Can Dong-tu come home in time to save her family without having to marry the son of the local official? Who is Obsidian and what is the snow that follows his steps? How will Dong-tu fall in love with a man nobody can touch? Will Dong-tu and Obsidian be together? This book is Twilight meets Phantom of the Opera in a world of anime style martial arts. It makes you giggle, it's bittersweet, and it brings tears to your eyes. This book has it all. So I like the sound of this. It sounds angsty. It's giving me Avatar vibes, okay? And y'all know I'm an anime girly. So definitely interested to see how that turns out. Next up is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibines. And this read is about a young woman by the name of Olivera. She is a member of the upper class society of the 19th century Buenos Aires community. Her parents travel around a lot and she misses them often. Unfortunately, one day she is notified that her parents have passed away or disappeared. She's left with quite an inheritance and also a magical ring. She is also left in the care of a mysterious guardian and his assistant. Olivera decides that she's going to try to figure out the truth behind her parents' deaths and the ties that they had to this magical ring. Her journey sends her to Cairo, Egypt, along with her guardian and his assistant. And as she's seeking out the truth, she faces dangers that she, of course, never expected. This story sounds really interesting, and the cover of the book also captured my attention. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever read a book that was set or is set in Egypt. So I love reading about Egypt. I would love to go to Egypt one day. But the closest I can get to it right now is via book and via documentaries. But one day. Frieda McFadden is an author that I discovered earlier this year, and I enjoyed the book I read by her, The Inmate. And in general, when I discover a new author, I try to read at least two of their books. Even if it's a book I didn't like, I try to give one more chance to see if maybe that one was a fluke. Okay. So Frieda McFadden, I liked that book. And so when I saw that she had a holiday novella, I was like, let me check this out. So The Gift is about a married couple that is struggling financially. The wife, Stella, would really like to be able to get her husband a gift, but of course she's cash strapped. So from the synopsis, she decides to go to a pawn shop to try to get some cash. Now, the pawn owner offers her a trade, and apparently this trade might come at a higher cost than what she's willing to give. So the rating for this book or this novella is not very high on Goodreads, but as y'all know, I don't read the comments, the reviews before I read a book. So I'm still going to check it out, even though the rating isn't very high. Hopefully, I can form my own opinion, and it's a good one. Court of Winter by Krista Street is book one in a 4-book enemies to lovers fae fantasy romance that takes place in Krista Street's supernatural world. This series contains steamy romance, a strong female fae who refuses to bow, a morally gray prince whose brutality knows no bounds, and a deadly tangle of royal strife and intrigue. Yes, I know. A forced proximity love trope, a female that is considered undesirable until the big strapping alpha male shows up. Again, I know, but this is my TBR. Kenya Wright is one of my go-to authors for romances, spicy romances featuring Black females as the leads. And it's been a while since I've read a mafia romance. I had to take a very, very, very long break from them. But when I saw this, I was like, ooh, maybe this can break my mafia dry spell. So here's the synopsis. My crew betrayed me, had me thrown behind bars and ripped away from the woman I love. Too bad they underestimated my thirst for revenge. This Christmas, I vow to paint these wintry streets with blood. Make it all red snow. But there's just one problem. Zuri, the woman I was forced to abandon, the one who still haunts my dreams. Now, as the snow blankets the city in white and revenge burns hot in my veins, I'm faced with a choice. Do I follow the path of retribution, or do I dare to reclaim the love I lost? So the next three I actually have physical copies of because I was able to find them in my local library system. The first one is Royal Holiday. So Vivian Forrest has the opportunity to tag along with her daughter, Maddie. And Maddie is taking a work trip to the UK to style a member of the British royal family. So Miss Vivian, by surprise, meets a member of the royal staff. Mr. Malcolm is very formal, and he is the private secretary to the member of the royal family. So neither one of them, Malcolm and Miss Vivian, anticipate the insta attraction that comes upon them. So this is said to be a sweet and steamy holiday romance. So this next one is giving Parent Trap all grown up, and it is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. When Chef Charlie Goodwin gets hit on the head on the LA set of her reality baking show, she loses a lot more than consciousness. She loses her ability to taste and smell, both critical to her success as a show judge. Meanwhile, Charlie's identical twin, Cass, is frantically trying to hold her own life together back in their quaint mountain hometown while running the family's bustling bakery and dealing with her ex, who won't get the memo that they're over. With only days until Christmas, a desperate Charlie asks Cass to do something they haven't done since they were kids: switch places. This sounds really cute. It sounds like it's going to be very funny. Looking for her own escape from reality, Cass agrees. But temporarily trading lives proves more complicated than they imagined, especially when rugged firefighter Jake Greenman and gorgeous physician's assistant Miguel Rodriguez are thrown into the mix. Will the twins' identity swap be a recipe for disaster, or does it have all the right ingredients for getting their lives back on track? Sounds very cute. Sounds like it could be kind of hallmarky. So, B. Tyler needs a break. In the bustling San Francisco tech community, no one ever seems to stand still. especially her perfect sister and business partner, Beth. So, when her best friend suggests a getaway on the wildly popular house swap app, Vacate, B decides a countryside retreat might be exactly what she needs. Clover Mills has had a year. Between losing her mother and making the complicated decision to leave her fiance, sticking around the idyllic Christmas obsessed town of Salem, Ohio just doesn't feel right. So when she hears about Vacate, she jumps at the chance to spend the holidays in the unfamiliar city of San Francisco. This is going to be so cute. They're switching places too. Soon enough, B is living in Clover's cozy Salem cottage, and Clover is living in B's sleek San Francisco apartment. As Clover can't seem to stop running into B's frustratingly gorgeous sister Beth, and B finds herself spending more and more time with Clover's ultra charming ex fiance, Knox. The two women realize that this Christmas they may find just what they're looking for and more. Oh my God, so sweet. Last but not least is How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. Now, I have to tell y'all, I had to avoid so many videos with the thumbnails that had this book. And I didn't want any spoilers, okay? So I've had to avoid so many videos on YouTube and TikTok regarding this book. Apparently, it's very popular right now. Even one of the booktubers that I watch, I had caught like the first 10 seconds of her video, and she was like, I don't like this book. And I was like, hold on. I can't watch this yet. I need to form my own opinion. Okay. So this book has the fake dating trope and also the grumpy love trope. Okay. And I think grumpy romances are really cute. So this synopsis reads, as his fellow citizens decorate their quaint town, brimming with carols and glad tidings, Cole wants nothing more than to hibernate the winter away. But his dreary plans are thwarted when his Christmas nemesis, that's an interesting way to spell that. Okay. Story Taylor moves in next door to care for her Aunt Cindy. Immediately, the new neighbor turns his life into a real nightmare before Christmas, especially when she decides to enter the town Christmas Kringle contest in honor of Cindy. And better yet, Story is determined to win. Over Cole's dead body, she will. With help from his friend Max, Cole decides to enter the competition as well, to beat Story at her own game by pretending that this hometown grump's heart has grown 3 sizes this season and he's fallen for the girl next door. Unfortunately, for Story, she has to follow his lead to have a chance at the Christmas Kringle title. But this competition isn't the only thing that heats up. Cole and Story's fate relationship becomes very real. And before they know it, they're attempting to hide it from Aunt Cindy. Things get complicated, the competition gets tough, and all it takes is one single night for someone to steal it all. So this one too is giving Hallmark with some spice. Now, I have to tell y'all that, again, I am so appreciative of the library. So, most of the books I picked out this month, I was either able to find in the library, like these 3, or they were available on Kindle Unlimited. And I'm sure many of you know Kindle Unlimited is a book reading subscription service by Amazon. So I think I pay like 13 something a month, and you're able to borrow up to 20 books. And I think you can also borrow audiobooks as well. I think, but definitely books. You're able to borrow up to 20 ebooks that are available on their catalog. And I will say, so many of the authors that I have discovered over the years has been because of me having that subscription. So, as an avid reader, I definitely think it's worth the $13 and some change every month because I use it quite often. The only books that I had to purchase for my December list was Winter's Enchantment and The Girl Who Kept Winter, I believe. So I think that's really good. Like out of all these books, I only had to pay for two. I think I picked out a lot of great books, and it's going to be really hard to choose what to read first. So I have looked up a picker wheel, random picker generator thing, wheel, and filled it out. Now, I want to say, I hope it picks either What River Knows, Mobsters and Mistletoe, or I'll Be Gone for Christmas. Is it I'll Be Gone for Christmas? So I hope it picks one of those three, but we shall see. Okay, so I'm gonna press spin and face it towards y'all. Okay, is it done? Is it done? I think it's done. I'll Be Gone. I picked I'll Be Gone. Okay. So this one. All right. So I have my first. Well, this isn't my first book of December. If y'all follow me on Goodreads, I have been reading a lot. Okay, a lot of spicy queer romances. Okay, so I'm finally getting started with I'll Be Gone for Christmas. What are you planning to read this month? Definitely let me know down below at least one book that you plan to cozy up with. Because let me tell you, I'm going to be doing a lot of cozying up. All right. I don't got nothing else going on. So these romances are going to keep me warm. And the mysteries and the fantasies are going to keep my mind, it's a form of escapism for me. So I'm going to have a very good time with some lo-fi Christmas music and some nice warm tea. I am blessed and highly favored. Okay. But yeah, definitely let me know at least one book that you plan to read, or if any of these books sound interesting to you, let me know if you plan to read them. We can chat about them. Okay. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you're new. That can be your Christmas gift to me. Okay. It's free, which is the best kind of gift. Until next time, y'all, stay blessed, stay safe, with love, remain unapologetically you. Okay, now let me take these glasses off. I think the font on making my nose irritated. Oh, they cute, but